Hi, a very good day to you watching this. My name is Tan Rou Ying. You can call me Ying for short. And I'm a first year student in UPM studying Bachelor Science of Human Development. So, a little introduction about myself is that I am the youngest child of four siblings. I love reading, and I love eating eggs. Yeah. So, my strengths and weaknesses, I would say that my top three strengths is that first of all is that I'm a very passionate person. I go into everything that I sign up for with a lot of enthusiasm and energy. Second of all, the second strength that I have is that I would say that I'm rather responsible because I like to ensure that everything I do, especially in projects, is that I do it with a purpose and I want to accomplish that in the most efficient and effective way possible. So I have to ensure that I do it right. And the third strength that I have is that I would say that I have a high level of self-awareness, and that sort of speaks for itself, I guess. My weakness is the top three weakness, I guess, is that number one, I have a tendency to have a huge ego. I like to think that my idea is the best. And the second weakness is that I very easily stress myself out because I overexert myself. I tend to overestimate my own energy and capacity, right? And the third is that I tend to seek for validation from outside sources. And if I don't get that, then I get very down on myself. Yeah, those are my top three weaknesses. Moving on, the second part is that I should be explaining about what I understand about the project. So this Vietnam Youth Icon is in conjunction with, it's to fulfill the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And in specific, we are focusing on the fourth goal and the 16th goal, which is quality education, where everyone is able to receive inclusive quality education. Yeah. And also the 16th one is the peace, justice, and strong institutions, which I understand is that we want to create a very sustainable society where they continue to be inclusive and yeah, basically that's it. And the main topic that we're tackling in this project would be child abuse. And I suppose we're going to understand what types of abuse there are, why it happens, how to prevent it from happening, and how to encourage the youth of Vietnam, I guess, and us also to make sure that to help to ensure that this doesn't happen, this situation gets better in the future. Following that, what drives me into choosing this project is that I know that I come from a more privileged place. So I want to use that to my advantage. First of all, to help myself, to better myself, and also second of all, to help those others around me who are not as privileged as I am, and there are many, right? So I guess a sense that I want to make this world a better place is driving me to into this project. Which aspect do I think is this project is suitable for me is that the interaction part, like as long as there's any interaction between the EPs or between students, the participants, the outside participants, right? I think I'm quite suitable for that as I like to talk and I like to listen as well. And the about the fourth part, which is the imagine situation, what I would do is that first of all, I would immediately look for a substitute who can become the main speaker, whether it's myself or someone else. And then only then I would try to look for the original speaker who have suddenly gone missing in action. Yeah. Only after everything is settled, then only then I will try to figure out like what am I gonna do with that person, right? Because otherwise it will be too wasting time and the event is happening the next day. Yeah. And finally, about the concerns that I have is that, first of all, like what kind of accommodation can I expect when staying in Vietnam? And what should I prepare for the project other than, my laptop, money, etc. And also, like, one last question is that, will the fees for food be covered? Yeah. That's it from me. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to have passed this with flying colors.